I want to introduce this gentleman.
Yes.
But as you guys know, and as everybody knows who knows me, knows that I have an issue pronouncing and messing up people's names.
And believe me, Chin, I saw the name. I was like, how should I pronounce this man's name? I don't want to mess up his name on the radio. So we're going to ask him to.
We're going to turn on his microphone.
For him to introduce himself and,
introduce himself.
Say his name, pronounce his name the right way.
Of course, today is New Artist Tuesdays, New Tune Tuesdays. We got an artist that we have stumbled upon. We've been watching him. We've been watching his YouTube hits. We've been watching his Instagram hits. And we've just been making sure that he's the real deal before we open his microphone and sell you guys a dream.
Right.
But it is what it is. Introduce yourself.
Yo, bless up. Iakopo.
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 Iakopo. Iakopo.
Yo, if it was up to me, I would have said Iakopo.
Iakopo.
Because it's IA.
Yeah. Enough Jamaicans call me Iakopo.
but
it's Iakopo.
Yeah, my name's Iakopo. Yeah,
but you see, when it comes to the yard thing, anything with them gear, you just have to take that.
Yeah, man.
So you know what I mean? Iakopo. Iakopo.
If they want to call it, you just say yes, bless.
Yeah, so yes, bless.
But it's Iakopo. So we got Iakopo in the studio.
Iakopo in the studio. Making good music.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into your career and how you started and all of that, what I want to let the listeners know who are listening all around the world is that your YouTube views are like 3 million and almost like 2 million, close to 3 million. So you do have a following. You have a fan base. People are viewing your material. It's important to let the people who are listening to our conversation know that. Now, how much videos do you have out on YouTube now? How much songs have you videoed so far?
I think like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Maybe 6.
And be honest. Don't be modest. What's the lowest amount of views you've gotten for a video so far, up to this date? Do you pay attention to that stuff?
Well, I pay attention. I don't know exactly what's the lowest amount of views I have, but probably a couple 100,000, 150 to 200,000.
Man says about a couple 100,000, 150.
But the videos we saw, you got millions.
Yeah.
Of hits.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the career before we play some of your music and introduce you to our forum.
Sure.
Pronounce your name again.
Iakopo.
Iakopo.
Yeah.
You are from?
Well, I was born in California and I grew up in Upolu, Samoa, in South Pacific Island.
South Pacific Island.
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Samoa.
Samoa. Like
Samoa.
Samoa. That's like
Samoa.
Samoa.
Yeah, Samoa. So it's South Pacific. It's down there. Just how you have like the Caribbean on the east coast of America. If you're, on the west coast of America, you have all of the Polynesian South Pacific islands like Hawaii, Tahiti, New Zealand, like that. So Samoa, Tonga.
Oh, okay.
So how close are you to Hawaii?
Samoa to Hawaii is about 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like there's nothing in between. It's like, basically the South Pacific Island actually takes up 1/3 of the globe. People don't even realize it, but actually 1/3 of the globe is the South Pacific Ocean, and it's just full of thousands of islands. And it's the Polynesian, Melanesian, and Micronesian cultures that's there, and it's pretty much a similar language.
How is the reggae vibe?
Everything's reggae.
Everything is reggae.
Yeah, reggae. Actually, our flag is red, gold, and green too.
Your flag is red, gold, and green.
Yeah.
So you born in California?
Yeah.
Did you move there young or?
Yeah, I was 12 years old when I moved to Samoa. So it's pretty much mostly everything I know before I came into the world.
So where did you get the bug though? Where did you get the reggae bug? Did you get it in?
Well, you know what? When I remember when I was like maybe 5 or 6 years old, I was listening to Bob Marley and UB40 and stuff like that. But it wasn't really like I knew what reggae was. I didn't know what Rasta was like. So when I was in the islands growing up, and I was invited like during my schooling. We had like a nightclub. It was called Mount Via, and every Friday, Saturday night, it's the club. Everybody goes out to party, and we have a local band that's performing the music for the people. So what we would do is what the band would do is perform whatever like the popular music was, top 40 music,
right.
Just play it in a reggae style. And so one of the boys that was like cousins or nephew of one of the singers there. Is, oh, Iakopo, come down, and then they invited me in, and so I started just performing on the stage. And I grew up listening to reggae music and whatever, but that's how I started, getting into the performing.
In 2014, right?
Right.
You have One Forever Over, right? And
One Forever.
Yeah, One Forever.
Yeah.
One Forever, and it's over 2 million hits already. It's 2014, right? You also have Tonight, over 1 million hits, or views, as some people would say. Love Like This, over 2 million views on YouTube. And then you have When I See You Smile, and it's over 1 million hits. Let's talk about your popularity in your country. How popular are you? Because these numbers are showing that you have a huge following.
Yeah, well, actually, the last 2 years I actually had four songs on the U.S. Billboard charts, and this is actually my first time to the U.S.
First time to the U.S.
in like 6-7 years. Yeah, because see what happened was I was singing with a reggae band, in the islands in Samoa and Hawaii, and I got picked up one day from Universal Japan. Universal Japan was working on a project, and it was kind of the concept was like island reggae, so it was like kind of like an island feel, that they was looking for. Anyways, they found me in the studio in Hawaii in 2009, and they actually gave me a contract, and they flew me to Japan. And,
wow!
And so at that point, that's actually where like Iakopo as an artist actually became an international global artist, was when Universal brought me there.
So you were signed to Universal for?
Yeah,
are you still signed to them?
No, I have songs that's contracted with them, but
yes.
I'm doing my my independent venture right now. Well, I have a team and stuff outside of here with a few people, Styles, and a few.
You hit Billboard in the U.S.
Yeah.
How many times?
Four songs.
4 songs on the Billboard in the U.S.
Break. My first one was a Break Free that I did. It was a combination I did with Lukie D. Break Free, and then Love Like This. Actually, I got Love on Hot 97 here in New York. When I See You Smile, and I Believe. And I Believe wasn't on your list there, but that's actually probably one of my most popular ones.
Wow.
Right. So, but what happened was, so when I was in Japan, they brought me out to Japan, and we released music in Japan. I was touring and performing and recording and doing everything exclusively in Japan for the last 4 years, and but I just happened to have those 4 songs that it was able to reach out and get enough radio spins and things, and get enough people behind it to where it made some buzz.
So do you write your own music?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Who would you say is your inspiration, or what's your inspiration behind the music and the lyrics of the songs?
Well, Bob Marley was definitely the big spiritual inspiration as a artist, and as a spiritual leader and spokesperson. So for the music, yeah, Bob Marley was definitely big inspiration for me as far as what he's saying and what he stands for and what he's doing in the world.
Scene.
Yeah.
Now, tell those who are listening the scene. If we were to come to your part of the world and we wanted to explore the reggae vibe and the culture there, how different is it? I know you've been to Jamaica. How different is your scene? What makes your scene unique, or is it just like everything else?
Well, you're talking about Samoa?
Yes.
Yeah, well, Samoa is like it's like unconquered land almost, like it's way out there in the South Pacific, so people kind of just left them alone. And so really, the way that it is to me, the way that I see it, is like it's like an original indigenous African culture that never really lost the linkage from You know, from
Africa.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Wow.
From the beginning of time, the language is so the language is so pure and powerful. Like it's so potent. Like when you say the words, you feel the meaning of the words just from the sound of it. The word and the sound. The lifestyle. The lifestyle is living off the land. I think like 80% of the people is, you know, unemployed, but you know, we're hunting, fishing, farming, handcraft, making things with the hand, living in the house.
So it's a natural, you know, natural, very natural vibes.
Yes.
Is it reggae, or is a little dancehall in there, or is it strictly reggae?
It's like it's actually I love dancehall. I love all kind of music, but down there it's like reggae. It's like smooth, relaxing, mellow kind of a vibe that they really listen to, actually.
And does any, you know, reggae artists from Jamaica come to visit there and perform there, or is it usually just the local acts that become, you know, that entertain?
Yeah. You know, there is actually, it's funny, for whatever reason it may be. It's actually you know, Lucky Dubé.
Lucky Dubé.
Like that guy is like so huge out there. He's like bigger than Bob Marley out there. It's it's crazy, no joke. I don't know. It's just the style, or I don't know what it is, but they just love him down there. And I pretty much, you know, when you know, I could, you know, Hawaii and Samoa, the whole South Pacific, it's kind of like, it's all connected. It's like one thing. So yeah, you know, enough Jamaican artists go down there as well. Let's see, who you got down there recently? Morgan Heritage was down there. You got I can't think.
But there is some influence there.
Yeah, of course. And on the radio, they're on the radio.
So reggae is also on the radio as well.
Yeah, they have like probably like 3 or 4 or 5 main stations, and like all they play is reggae. So
very interesting to know that reggae has crossed, you know, borders so far, and it has become, like, you would say that it's the music for your country.
For sure, absolutely.
So you said you have done music with Lukie D.
Yeah.
Who else have you collaborated with?
Morgan Heritage, Gramps Morgan, Jacure. Yeah.
Wow.
Unreleased. It's on the album.
So your album is soon to drop?
Yeah. A few months.
Let's talk about the album a little bit before we play the track with you and Morgan Heritage. When is the album coming out? Are you 80% done, 50% done? How far have you reached with the album?
Well, we're looking to have the album completed by the end of this month. Like the 30th of this month is kind of like the date that we're looking to have everything finished. We're looking at releasing the album sometime at the end of summer, like August, September area time.
Let me ask you, why Jacure?
I love his music. I love his vibe. I love you know, the message he puts into his music, and you know, everything like that. And we actually, the song too, it was actually the whole concept of the song, he was the perfect fit
for the song. Morgan Heritage, why Morgan Heritage?
The sound and the credibility. Also one of my good friends also worked with him before, so it was like, you know, it was it just made sense.
It just made sense.
Yeah.
What's the, you know, the vibe that you're getting from the album now? Like, I know that there must be people in your camp and other people that has heard the music that you have so far on it. What's the vibe like? How do you describe the new album?
Yes, it's magical.
Magical.
Supernatural.
Supernatural. Now, the name of the song with you and Morgan Heritage is Supernatural, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So, is that the title track for the album as well?
We're not sure about that yet. We're gonna have a listening party down in Jamaica when the whole thing finishes, and we're gonna decide. The song Supernatural was produced by Gramps Morgan from Morgan Heritage.
Any Jamaican producers? Do you work with producers out of Jamaica?
Yeah.
Who are some of the producers that you work with over the past, or some of them that's on the album?
Well, Gramps Morgan. We did a few tracks with Gramps Morgan. I'm also working with Styles. Also working with Magneto 7, Grammy winning producer as well.
Wow.
We also got Richie Loops. Working with Richie Loops also.
Richie Loops is in my cup, right?
Right.
Yeah, he was a producer before. True. Yeah.
Yeah. So
now, what do we say? Is it you know, is it, because I know we played some love songs, so is it a love vibe? Is it a culture vibe? Is it a mixed vibe? What's the vibe of the album?
Yeah, it's got a good amount of love vibe in there, and uplifting, world peace, a few party tunes. It's overall feel good music though. Yeah.
Before we let you out the building, we have a traditional what would we call it?
Traditional thing we do here.
Yeah, we call it a thing, right? Because you know, there are often people who become stars and don't know how to sing. We have to be, you know, we have to be careful of these things, right? So what we do is we want a rhythm. Yeah. And we allow those people who are listening to you and enjoying your music to really know that you can really sing.
Hear your live voice.
So are you up for it here at Sound Chat Radio, man?
We're going to play a rhythm.
We play a rhythm.
And we want you to sing on the rhythm.
Sing whatever you want to sing on the rhythm.
People can know that this is not pre-recorded.
This is not Milli Vanilli.
You understand?
You know what I mean?
You can actually sing live. All right?
You ready? You look nervous.
You ready? You ready? You good?
All right.
You just want to make sure, you know, because you know the whole world is locked in right now. You understand? People from
shout out all my people in Gambia
locked in. So people want to say, you know what?
Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, Worcester.
They don't want to know this not a studio artist.
Yeah.
You understand? Because somebody can make songs in studio, good songs in studio, but live, really bad live.
Give people a reason to know that when you come to town, they need to come out and see you perform.
Right. You know what I mean?
And we all give you a look of reggae rhythm still. You know?
We're not giving the dance
all. We're not going to give you the dance all thing.
So,
you ready?
Ready?
All right.
Let's go.
Feel out the rhythm there, my brother.
One love, one love. Vision, yeah. Blessed up, me got enough respect. You got the intellect to keep yourself in check. Rhythm alone, to the rhythm alone. Moving to the rhythm alone. Rhythm alone, to the rhythm alone. Yeah. Look and see for yourself.
Yeah, we're feeling the vibe.
Blessed up, me got enough respect for you, girl. Long time me been here, through the pain and the sorrow, for a better tomorrow. Yeah. One love, one heart, it's one love, one heart.
He's in the building.
Surprise attack, man.
And that's what we do. That's what it is.
We're a surprise.
Because you know, check it out. You know, it just, you know, I'm a melodic person, so when I hear the rhythm,
you try to find
I feel the melody and feel it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The melody.
And what I just saw you doing is something often that artists do when they hear a rhythm. They vibe it. They try to find the words to fit on it. And you know, oftentimes situations like that come out to be the next masterpiece. Let me go to the phone line. Someone is calling in. Caller, you're live.
Chin.
Yes.
Like when I'm acting now and him have a couple million each, you think he want to do a tune with me? like when so romantic and me so loud. You know, think he want to spice up the thing with a loud female.
Oh, man.
Now, I don't. Are you familiar with like 80s dancehall? Do you follow 80s dancehall, 80s reggae?
Some of it. Like,
the individual who is on the phone goes by the name of Lady Ann, right? Okay. She is.
Tell the man they're the first lady.
She's the first lady. Ninja,
you know what song? Certain boy upon the corner.
Ninja, pull it up, Ninja, pull it up.
Oh man,
we are selling Lady Ann right now in a good way.
Yes,
in a good way.
Yes,
in a good way. Right. So the lady on the phone, of course. She refers to herself as the first lady. Her name is Lady Ann, and she is responsible for this mega dancehall hit, early 80s dancehall hit. Lady Ann, what year was this? Like, what year?
83.
83. You may be familiar with it. I'll be able to tell by your expression after hearing it. But here's her song.
This one is a special dedication to the boy who live down the lane. Rasta, him just a call up my name, you know. Rebecca, chat it, buy it, love it, skank it. Tell them certain boy pon the corner informer. Certain boy pon the corner informer. Cause him a fight against me and me.
It's a mega hit in our dancehall culture. So she's calling in to hail you up to say, yo.
She wants a collabo.
She wants a collabo. Big up to Lady.
I mean, me need a color. Me need a color. Me tired of eat chicken back.
Let's do it.
Lady,
want some red snapper.
Lady, listen. This man, this man has about four. What would you call it?
Billboard charts.
Four Billboard hits.
Charts.
Right. The man has millions of hits on YouTube. And the man has a management team that's filling up the whole office now. So here's what we are gonna do. We are gonna slide the number to the management team and see what can go on.
Yes, I'm going to say some can go on. If I'm like work with old people like me, you know? I like when I'm so romantic and me so loud. Maybe me little loudness now I'm like because he's very romantic. But him think them shot them nice, them just warm and easy.
You love him tune them.
Yeah, them relaxing and they just listen to them that bonus split and drink a Guinness.
Oh boy.
Back and relax.
So,
big up to Lady
Iakopo, right?
Iakopo, yeah.
Iakopo.
You are famous in Japan.
Yeah.
Where in Japan are you like
tour?
When you went to Japan the first time, right?
Yeah.
Where in Japan did you
actually when I went to Japan the very first time? In the mic. Oh yeah, yeah. When I went to Japan the first time, I wasn't really known. I wasn't even officially releasing any music as an artist. So they basically took me from Hawaii and with the band that I was with and put me on and I started releasing from Japan. So for the last 4 years. I basically toured all over Japan from Tokyo to Okinawa.
So you can say your major fan base is like Japanese people.
No, actually, my demographics is like I have I think it's about 30% in Japan. Mm-hmm. I think 12. I have some demographics, but I have a bigger fan base in America and South America.
Okay.
Yeah, so. It's between the UK and Japan and America.
Basically,
international,
global.
Yeah.
Global,
international,
global.
For people, before you go, for people who want to catch up with you and catch up with what you're doing, and possibly know when the album is coming out, what's the information to find you? Yeah,
please follow me on Instagram at Iakopo Music, IAKOPO Music. You can also catch me on Twitter, same IAKOPO Music. If you're on Facebook, you can get me at Facebook/Iakopo. You could check me on my website and stay tuned. You can also check the tune on iTunes.
So it's Iakopo.
Yeah.
So it's IAKOPO.
Yeah.
That's Instagram.
But
Iakopo Music.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When I looked at your name, and we were trying to pronounce it in the office before you arrived, right? But we're like, okay, Iakopo. I was under the assumption that your name is a Japanese name. Yeah.
Actually, even some Japanese people think that it's a Japanese name. It's really funny.
And now that you're telling me that you started your career as Iakopo and then you went to Japan afterwards, I'm like, so how did you get the name? So how did you get the name?
Well, my name, Iakopo, is in English, it means Jacob. It's Jacob.
Okay.
So it's Jacob, Iakopo. So
is it your real name? Your given name?
Well, my birth name is Jacob. So I was born in California to American family that gave me
American
Jacob.
name.
Yeah. And when I got to Samoa, they just pronounce my name as Iakopo, so that's just how it came up.
Give thanks for coming through the building, man. I think that you're definitely gonna. I don't even want to say you're gonna have a successful career because you're already enjoying the success. We see the hits. We're looking forward to the album. Don't be a stranger. If you're around town and you give us a call, stop in because we definitely would like to sit down with you and hold a vibe. Your Bridget's Morgan Heritage about 2 weeks ago. We did a listening party for their album here while the whole world was listening to it. It was about 2 hours long. It was great. You know what I mean? So definitely we try to use this platform to introduce new music to our, wide array of listeners all over the world. So send us the music. If you're around, you can stop in. let us know how the album is doing and all of that, man. Give thanks definitely for coming in. Big up to everybody who's been listening. Those of you who appreciate the album. Those of you who appreciate the music and looking forward for the album. And one of the things that I want everybody to take away from this little vibe that we just held is that reggae music is breaking barriers. It's no longer a Jamaican thing, you know. It's crossed the waters, it's crossed the land, it's crossed the sea. However you want to look at it, there are because those of you who may not be seeing, the gentleman sitting in front of me is a white Rasta. He has dreads. He's a white man, right? And we're starting to see a lot more non-Jamaican people get into reggae and become successful at it. You know what I mean? So definitely hats off to you. It's great to know that you come from a place where the first choice in music is reggae.
Yeah.
That's a big look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a big look. Right? So give thanks for stepping through, and just keep the link, man. We really want to keep the link with the people who come through, because oftentimes people come through, we speak about their product and then they're gone, and then, you know, the fans, the listeners ask us, so what happened to Iakopo? How's he doing? We don't want to have to lie.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I appreciate that. You know, we'll definitely keep the link, and you know, it's definitely good vibes over here. And
give thanks, my brother. Give
you guys
thanks.
Definitely doing a substantial.
Yeah, we're
work.
trying. Yeah,
Well,
give thanks, my brother.
Yeah,
Give
thank you
thanks.
so much.
Give
Respect.
thanks.